So the Sixers just waived Ricky Council, opening up a roster spot. They were currently filled if you counted the Sixers signing Quinton Grimes, which most likely they will. Now, unfortunately, most likely no one else is going to get signed this offseason because Daryl Morey likes to ruin the fun and he likes to keep a roster spot open for whatever reason. I think potentially this could be different considering Paul George's health day one is up in the air. If that's the case, you're going to be relying heavily on Trendon Watford right away, which I don't mind. I think he's ready to step up. But also, one of those two-way signings of Jabari Walker or Dominic Barlow, they definitely got a hit. Trey Lyles is still out there. I think you guys all know my opinion on him as of now. But I think as the offseason has went on, talking to Trill Bro Dude, investigating into the young talent, I think there's a lot more upside just letting the young guns showcase what they're capable of, because there's definitely a scenario where Trey Lyles is worse than one of those three. But he's getting maximum playing time because Nick Nurse enjoys his veteran presence and all of that. Trey Lyles isn't the only option out there either. Chris Boucher still remains unsigned, and he has proven throughout his NBA career he belongs in a rotation somewhere. He averaged 17 minutes per game off the bench for the Raptors last season, 10 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, over 1 offensive rebound per game. He has seasons where he's averaged 2 offensive rebounds per game. Shot 36% from 3 last season on 3.9 attempts per game. It was his best year since 2021 in terms of three-point shooting. The 3 years prior, he was kind of ice cold from there, 29%. 32%, 33%. But as you can tell, he's a respectable three-point shooter, spot up and catch and shoot. I don't know if he has bad blood with Nick Nurse, because supposedly Nick Nurse's time in Toronto did not end very well, so maybe he's one of the players that did not really like Nick Nurse, because I know Siakam was the same way. Another former Raptor, Precious Achiuwa, who's still out there, I think that would be a fun, enticing project for the Sixers. He was mainly a center for the New York Knicks, but with the double big, coming back around, being popular, I would not mind him trying to find his way as a power forward on the Sixers roster. Last season, he played in 57 games, averaged 6.6 points and 5.6 rebounds, 1.8 offensive rebounds per game. And the year before that, when he was traded to the Knicks, he played in 49 games, averaged 7.2 rebounds in 24 minutes off the bench, and also averaged 2.9 offensive rebounds per game. The thing that's holding him back as a power forward is he can't shoot the ball. He's a willing three-point shooter, 30% from 3 over his NBA career. His best season was his second year, sophomore year. In terms of three-point shooting, he shot 35%, 2.1 attempts per game, and then since then, 26%, just around that area. From a stats standpoint, he has had his best years under Nick Nurse, for whatever that is worth. But once again, that could mean absolutely nothing, and he could hate Nick Nurse's guts. Some bad news for Quinton Grimes. The Nets offered Cam Thomas a 2-year, $28 million deal, only $14 million per year. I think if it was 2 years ago, you would see the Nets overpay for Cam Thomas. But with the new CBA coming into effect, the money that Thomas and Grimes would like just isn't there. And considering there's no teams really putting pressure on the Nets or the Sixers to overpay those guys, there's no reason for them to do it either. I think you're going to see a deal where there's an option for Quinton Grimes to get back out there in free agency as an unrestricted free agent. I could see it being like 2 to 3 years with a player option at the end of it. I think between 15 and 20 million is fair game for Quinton Grimes. I don't think the Sixers want to give him 20 million though. I think Quinton Grimes wants like 20 to 25 million if I were to guess. Low key around the league, I feel like Quinton Grimes is way more valued than Cam Thomas. I think Cam Thomas is just looked at as a guy who needs to be a number one option but can't win as a number one option. Meanwhile, Grimes can fit into any situation you need him to. And he's just a tier ahead in terms of passing and defense. So considering Cam Thomas was offered $14 million a year, I'm fine with paying Quinton Grimes more than that. But we're just going to have to wait and see. I wouldn't be shocked if it's like a prove it type of deal, so Quinton Grimes can really get that payday if he proves it once again, because it was kind of a small sample size. Let me know your thoughts below. Have yourself a great day and peace out.